Hi guys, Dave here.
And I am Ash.
Together. I was just making sure we weren't recording when I said that, because out of context it would have been weird.
What?
The thing that I just said off camera.
Oh, I mean, we say a lot of stuff off camera. And sometimes we've left the camera running and you guys have heard us.
That's happened once, and that's because the battery died, but the audio was still
recording and we didn't
realise. So I forgot to cut out that, and there was just blackness, and then me talking about
finances.
Yeah.
Which nobody wants to hear, because everyone finds it uncomfortable talking about money.
Yeah, I know, especially on a public platform where there's like thousands of people listening to you moaning. I deleted it quickly as I realised.
Yeah, you won't find it now.
Yeah, it's interesting what gets said between videos off camera.
I know.
Or sometimes not always off camera.
I know.
If you know what I mean.
Most of the ones in between our filming is just me trying to irritate Dave, and Dave trying to catch me make stupid faces on the camera.
We're actually pretty good at it, as in like going straight through. So we'll finish a video and do another video. We don't sit there for 10 minutes waffling on.
No, sometimes we do.
Incriminating ourselves on camera.
We do. We do waffle a little bit, and most of the time I'm just like, do 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 do. I am Dave. Yes. I don't know.
You need some sleep.
I do need sleep. I'm frazzled.
Doesn't this guy look a bit like Littlefinger, by the way?
At that angle, kind of, but not really. The nose is
wrong.
It's
the goatee, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you're seeing. The nose is wrong. The eyebrow, the ridges are wrong. No, kind of.
Well, we are up to Lorna Shore, Pain Remains 3.
Finally.
In a Sea of Fire. Am I boring you?
A little bit.
Wah, wah, wah. Get off! Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Let's do it.
And someone in the comments said, if you are in distress, blink twice to be saved. Okay, I mean, you don't need a sugar mama, do you? No one can see you blink because your eyelashes are white.
Yeah. That's the sort of abuse I'm trying to run away from.
You say run away, but you need me.
I do need you. I mean, you've got a job and I haven't. Right then, Lorna Shore, Pain Remains 3, In a Sea of Fire.
I am not in the right mood for this.
There you go, watch I can do it.
Your face didn't even change. It doesn't change.
Right, let's stop it now. So the video ended with him
Cutting his
slashing.
and his throat. Wasn't a real
absolutely nowhere to pause.
It's so much more frantic than the first two. It's a lot more rapid, and it almost feels a little more uplifting than the last two. It's like he's getting up and he takes a knife and he's bandaging himself up. It's almost like, so I'm struggling to understand, obviously, Will Ramos. I'm still learning to understand growling.
Even me that's listened to metal for 20 odd years, it's longer than that, but it's hard to pick up everything.
It is,
for sure.
But it's almost like the story is leading to a point where he's starting to realise that taking his own life isn't going to solve the problem.
Almost like he was born anew when he tried to do it.
Yeah, almost like that. Yeah, like he's realising that the pain will always be there and he will always miss her. But that is the joy of having loved someone so much. It's that whole saying of having rather to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all and understood that pain.
Are you trying to say that the pain remains?
Yes.
So good.
Unreal. Kind of made me think of Dragon Force. Teeny bit. Gasoline.
good was that transition when he did the lighter.
So good.
Will stood there with the explosions.
I thought he was going to stay alive. But when Ramos says, "This is my epilogue,"
My soliloquy.
I thought maybe he'd realise that he needed to stay around, that it was never going to be easy, but what's the point of love? Apparently not. Maybe they're back together now.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
So incredible. He has a way, Lorna Shore, like the whole band, sorry, obviously not he, Lorna Shore, but it's like if you guys have been following us for a while, I am not a very big heavy metal or death metal or black death metal and all the other genres, really.
Black and deathcore.
All of that. I'm not super into that kind of music. But the moment Dave showed me Lorna Shore, I fell in love. And
I think
it's something special about this band. Like the music, the guitarist, the drummer, the bassist, Will fucking Ramos.
The levels of talent are just all turned up to
Next
11,
level.
aren't they?
Like, I'm not very good at, like, obviously I'm not a musician. I don't pick out things very well, like techniques and stuff. I have to go off what I've heard before. And that little, like guitar solo, it made me feel a little bit like there was some, like, Dragon Force influence.
I see what you mean. It's just kind of more...
heavy.
Yeah, but the guitar solo was very, like...
Yeah.
Noodly.
Yeah.
Like, fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it slows down like that, it's just so epic. It's just, you feel so much emotion in it. And I honestly thought the way that it was going was that he'd realised that he had to keep going. But why slit your throat and wrists and then get up, get better, and then burn yourself down in the house?
Because that wasn't the way he was meant to go. It was emotional.
In the sea of fire.
And then when he survived that, emotion was taken out of the equation to a degree, and
right.
he was left with, what do you want to do?
Okay.
And it's like, burn it all down. He's that angry at everything.
Yeah, I get that.
Saw him swipe all of her pictures off at a funeral and things like that. He's sort of...
like, why did you leave me?
It's a different stage of grief, isn't it?
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, brutal. Unbelievable. But yeah, I said a couple of years ago over at the Office Blokes that it's weird that Lorna Shore are so heavy, but in a weird way are an entry-level band for a lot of people that don't listen to metal.
Yeah, 100%.
Because there's loads of non-metalheads who've listened to Lorna Shore and they know who they are and they know who Will Ramos is and stuff.
Yeah.
But you'd expect it to be a softer band. You wouldn't expect it to be as ridiculous and heavy and disgraceful as Lorna Shore
I know.
would be the band that has transcended to non-metal fans.
Some of
in a
those
lot
riffs
ways.
were fucking dirty.
It's just, yeah, you just wouldn't think it, would you?
No. But I can't even explain it as a person who's never really enjoyed that kind of music to suddenly be so into Lorna Shore. It's like, I can't explain it. They just have a way. They're so talented.
Yeah.
That they just make that kind of music enjoyable for people who aren't really into that genre.
I mean, there's a lot of melody added with the guitars and stuff in there, and then there's string sections in songs like that it's not just aggressive vocal, heavy drums, heavy guitars.
But even
it's light, like melodies lift everything up that come from strings, guitars.
I don't think it's just that. I think
It's part of
more.
it, I
It's
think.
more than that, because then you showed me that song that was requested by one of our patrons. By the way, get onto our Patreon and see what we mean. But it had that melodic sense and it had the singing, but I still wouldn't go searching for a song like that.
It wasn't as sort of cleanly done as deathcore is, though. That was a black metal song. It shares
But I thought you
elements with
said-
bands like Lorna Shore.
Yeah, I thought you said Lorna Shore was like a black and deathcore.
Some people call the genre black and deathcore because it's deathcore with elements of black metal, whereas what we reacted to over on Patreon is a black metal band.
And what's Cannibal Corpse?
Cannibal Corpse is death metal.
So there's a difference between deathcore and death metal.
Yeah. Death metal doesn't really traditionally have the breakdowns, where it'll just go... and just goes slow and heavy.
Okay.
That's more of a deathcore thing, because that comes from hardcore, that sort of breakdown, beatdown thing.
Okay.
And deathcore is a mixture of like death metal and hardcore. That's sort of where it comes from. Whereas
Lorna Shore doesn't sound like that as such.
Lorna Shore have they had a beatdown in that song. It was slow
sick,
and heavy
it
and
was dirty.
stompy. But yeah, deathcore's a different thing to death metal, although it's just kind of like a logical follow-on from it, because death metal's been around for probably like 35, 40 years. Deathcore's probably like 15, 20 years. I don't know. I was never a big deathcore fan, so you maybe correct me on that. But it's just a continuation of it.
I guess so. I don't know then. I don't know what it is. It's something, there's something special about this band. Like, every time I hear them, the drummer is so fucking talented.
Yeah, they're
so
all
fucking
crazy.
talented. They're unbelievable.
But yeah, the metal subgenre thing gets weird and people fight about it. There's no right or wrong answers necessarily.
I'll stay out of it. No shit.
You'd think that there's just death metal as well, but no, there's like melodic death metal bands and atmospheric death metal bands. Like, it goes forever. It goes forever.
I'll just stay out of it because I don't know shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it. I really liked Pain Remains. That was emotional.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Right, cheers for that one, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe as always, and we'll see you all soon.
Bye, guys.